Hello, guys. How are you all today afternoon? Good afternoon. In this verse of Ashtavakra Gita, Ashtavakra tells Raja Janaka, a man with pure intelligence realizes his or herself even after receiving a casual comment about it from some spiritual teacher. However, someone who is of impure intelligence, howsoever he or she may try, or for howsoever long he or she may try, this person cannot realize his or her soul, herself, despite being a dedicated disciple of some spiritual teacher all his or her life. That means that some people with pure intelligence can catch a drift even if it comes casually from a spiritual teacher about self realization, whereas some people, even after inquiring about self realization all their lifetime and after even spending their own lifetime as disciples of some spiritual teachers and listening to their discourses day in and day out, cannot realize self. Here, Ashtavakra talks about pure intelligence and impure intelligence. A person, a living entity, after several births and deaths, comes into the human birth. Even after coming to the human birth, this person goes through modes of ignorance, passion, and then they come to goodness. Now, a person who has come to be a human being after birth as a human being for the first time continues to be a human birth after birth after birth. Yet, this person, because he or she identifies with his or her mind body complex, is not able to control his or her senses and carnal faculties. They remain with this person fully or partially for several births. They can be eroded only slowly. As long as they are not fully eroded, this person is of impure intelligence. When only a residue of this vasanas of a human being of the material kind remain, this person who has by now reached the goodness mode gets a push, a gentle push from some spiritual teacher, a casual move from that spiritual teacher to launch this person into eternity towards spiritualism and self-realization. That is because his or her gross vasanas of the material kind have already been burnt or dried up. So here Lord uh, Ashtavakra wants to tell Raja Janaka, a person who has had all his impure intelligence eroded except for a minuscule part of residue of that vasanas can launch himself or herself into self realization just by a hint from a spiritual leader, because in this case this guy has already evolved into total purity. The dirt, the smoke on the mirror or on the fire of spiritualism has already been burnt. Only some residue remains. Hence, this person is already poised to launch himself or herself into self realization in this birth. A gentle push is enough for such a person. On the other hand, a person with impure intelligence cannot launch himself or herself into eternal space of spirituality despite having spent a complete lifetime inquiring about spiritualism and getting a disciple's position in some spiritual ashram. It takes time for this person to mature, to realize what it needs to become self realized. This has happened time and again. Great rishis, maharishis, renunciants, godmen, etc., were already in the spiritual path birth after birth for a long time. That is why these people, when they got a gentle push, launched themselves into self realization. We ourselves have seen this in this material world. Swami Yogananda Paramhans, Sri Yukteswar Giri, Lahiri Mashay, Ramana Maharshi, Panchanan Bhattacharya, Sai Baba, Godman, these people were already spiritual. It was only some residue of their karma that was preventing them from launching into self realization. A gentle push sends them into eternity of space that led them to spirituality. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this matter. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon if you like my talk. Please pardon me for my errors, blunders, and mistakes in spelling, grammar, and diction, because when I'm talking to you on serious material and spiritual matters, I cannot concentrate on these frivolous things, including my own appearance. Please feel free to share your opinions, ideas, theories, fears, quizzes, etc. with me, so that we can be of help to each other, brainstorm together, and come up with some theory which is beneficial to both you and me and to the future generations. Till we meet in my next video, it is good afternoon from TSV Raghavan.